Hello, and welcome to part 3 of our very individual, very different SOVL run. We have some more naming suggestions for our fantastic band of ruffians, particularly around the new hunters, which is good. So we can rename these. Yep, 40 years of Sherwood Co-op. I think that's named after the 40-year anniversary of the Sherwood Festival. Or perhaps I'm wrong, otherwise it makes sense. And for these ones, they're revolting people, but, you know, revolting in the sense of the peasants' revolts, not they're physically revolting. Maybe it's both, who knows. And then for the sword militia, they're akin to something approaching a real army unit, so we can be kind of kind to them and call them almost Black Company. They are real warriors there. I think that's everyone named pretty much. Well, I'll rename this slightly too. The end of the gag is more important, so we're not. There you go. And also, if it's we're not, it despises. It's the whole point is meant to be one guy, so I'm not. I'm going to change it. Mr. I don't know which one do you think is not different and like everyone else? Pick them out for me. Otherwise, yeah, I think we're good to go. So where we left off is the second half of Act 2. We need to make our way through here. The plan is to get to this campsite, which guarantees 2 points of XP, which levels everyone that matters. Ignore the silly knights, they don't count. These are the ones we care about, so they'll all level. Unfortunately, they'll get their level just before the boss, and I won't have an opportunity to increase their unit sizes because they're already there. So I'll probably get the peasant mob increased size, but then not be able to make use of it for the Act 2 boss, which is a shame, but oh well. Unless we get a battle here, which would be very lucky. Dinosaurs, good. Peasants fare really well against 10-ton carnivorous reptiles. But we can't just shoot them into submission if we had to. Assemble the shooting line, and then one person to distract them would be good. Peasants, you're good at distracting things. It's like this, and then they're going to come storming out this way. Place the discount knights on the side so they can distract things over there while I pepper things with shots. Oh, they're all on this side. Great. I've got a whole bunch of high durability units running straight at me. Well, we're going to have to deal with these quickly. You would be fantastic into the pterodactyl riders, but I think I can trust the smaller shooting to deal with them, so that triceratops and its infinite wounds has to start dying now. Yep, high toughness, high wound count. It's going to take a while. They did exactly what I was hoping they would do. Can we get into short range with these hunters? Yes. I think we're far enough away to be safe from these as well. It's a very poor hit roll, sadly. So we need to waste another round of shooting into them. As for the rest, I should be able to escape, theoretically. So I'll just fire the longbows there as well. And if I fired those first, the squad would have been wiped and I could have used their shooting elsewhere. Oh well. Right, now that it's moved, we can play around it. We are sustaining small arms fire, so I'm going to start losing hunters as well. Do your best. I don't get to 2-up save, but enough arrows in the eye will solve the problem. Is there anything over here you particularly want to battle? Not really. If I could get them into the side of the bruisers, it may be worth considering. It all depends on where things position now. Okay, which of us is faster? I appear to be the faster of the two, because we're horse masters, so we disregard the penalty for heavy armor. So I should, in theory, be able to smash straight into... For some reason I can't catch them. I can catch the dinosaur. That would not go very well. So I can see them there, but they can see me. I'd have to back off a touch. Maybe we have the exact same movement then. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can each declare charges on one another there. And now I can't see them, so I can't hit them. Okay, I'm being cheeky. Best I can do probably is go hit him instead. Straight into this. Can I overwhelm a Tyrannosaur? He'll do a lot of damage and I'll probably eat a couple knights, but I think I can do enough wounds just to chop through. And I can't ignore this flank, otherwise they'll end up steamrolling me, so I've got to stand and fight here. That'll do. You Can fight either this or this. We'll see what comes our way. Start moving forward. Leaving our valiant peasant mob. Stand here and distract them. It would be nice if I was further this way, as then I could potentially flank, but I had no means of knowing they would deploy the majority of their strength in the corner. Just be here and see what you can work around. Do we turn around just in case so it's easier to run away later? It's probably not a terrible move, but I can maybe pull someone out of position with the hunters and then flank them that way. That's maybe a solution. Oh, we're just out of range. Lucky. I mean, I planned that. With my strategic genius, I got just out of the way. Everyone else is safe, so it's just you. I could go for the fire lizard instead, but then there's nothing dealing with the tyrannosaur, so tidy this up quickly. Forward they inch. Can I trebuchet the monster? Not yet. But now that I've pressed the unit, I'm going to have to activate one of them. I have no choice. I suppose picking a fire lizard would be a decent idea, so they can't come around and start burning me. Max damage. It's got a wound left. Fine. I can probably chip that away. So annoyingly, this strategy isn't going to work because the Triceratops is going to tank my damage. It's effectively blocking the trick there. So these haven't moved, so I can't move yet, otherwise they catch me. That wastes its turn. That's fine. Anywhere I stand that could potentially be charged by these would just be charged by the Triceratops instead, so it's pointless. Oh, for crying out loud, it's long range. Still got a wound. That's extra power from the Saurian Warlord, don't worry about it. So we use this now. Forward they come. Right, now it depends where these land, but I may be able to get around them in a moment. We need to start stalling. Let's shoot into these. Can I reach the dinosaur? Not yet, hang on. Oh, I can. Many ones, please and thank you. No ones. Some would consider that extremely rude. Don't particularly care, they're just going to shuffle forward. Annoyingly, it makes it quite difficult to escape this. Can I whisk up here? Oh, it's going to be tight. I can get there, but can I still see them? No. It depends, but let's wait for that one to finish moving and then see what options are available. So you take... They're going to come forward, so I need to run away from those. Just keep working the dino. I know this isn't efficient. We probably could have wiped out the bruisers by now. I know where all their infantry is. Again, I can't really escape here. Should I just have the peasant mob fight them? Well, they do. They're skill 3, so they get an average of 9 attacks, 4.5 hits. They'll be power 7, so just roll straight through me. Not surprising. So that's all. And they have no rank, so they just get 4.5, 5, 6 of 4.5, like 4 wounds, give or take. We get, I'll use Curse Standard, so we get 6, 12, 18 attacks, hitting on 4, so 9 hits. And would be power 5 because of the hand weapon and Banner of Fury. So they get 4%. We mathematically do the exact same damage to one another. But then I win the combat because I have extra, but all the ranks and then the War Banner and Loyal Serf. So I may end up breaking them. They just run away from me because I'm so scary. Okay, what moved? One of these moved, don't worry about that. I'd love for this to get into the side of at least one of these units, but just a bit too far away. I haven't the speed. What if I twisted further this way? It sort of works, but then I get caught by those instead. No, I need to get free and clear, otherwise no amount of twisting matters. Little rule of thumb, if you aren't actually past that zone, then no amount of you trying to twist will save you. If I don't go far enough, then I can't catch them anyway. Oh, maybe that works. So go further, then twist further. Careful, I'm just about caught by those. There we go. I'm invisible to the Saurian warriors, but I have caught these raptor riders. Perfect. Expert maneuvering. Paladin versus Saurian Warlord. I hit it 5 times. He takes 3 wounds and is already dead. Take no damage back. The dinosaur underneath. It doesn't pass a single save and gets squashed. Eats a knight in exchange, but that's a fair trade. Good that flank is basically collapsed now because I can just do counter. Oh, did I leave him in the charge? Oh, I thought for a moment I left him to get flanked by both of them. That would be a touch embarrassing. Yeah, and then you can take this on. Okay. I forgot to shoot that. Fine, we're all engaged in combat, so the fire lizard can't shoot us. We're safe. Relative air quotes. Standard immediately. Forward you come. Please stop picking away one hunter at a time. It's annoying. I think I can now angle a trebuchet at it, though. The only shooting I have that it gets a 3-up save rather than 2+, so it's worth a try. Here, I'll use the curse standard now, as we're not going to be saving it for later. Right, this mess. Should I start prioritizing something else? Let this and the trebuchet finish those, so this would be more of a target. No, I'd rather this just, once this is gone, I can move around freely. And mathematically it should die. Right, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 wounds from one shot? That's interesting mathematics there, SOVL. Can I get into the side arc of this unit and help charge them if I need the extra fighting power? No, but the hunters could, in theory. Okay, it's difficult to find a shot over there because these warriors are on top of us, and I haven't the range to angle them and be safe. So I have no means of dealing that last blow. If I'm very lucky, maybe the trebuchet can go first and hit them next turn. This will be kind of broken and dead, so these should be able to wheel around and stop those. All depends on initiative order. I should have shot the soaring warriors first, oh well. And if this combat is ongoing, you can charge them. Here we go. They hit slightly above average, and I save below average, so I take more damage than expected. I hit above average in exchange, and they save below average, so our rolls are basically the same. So despite effectively identical combat resolution, they lose by an enormous amount. And run. None can prevail against the terror of a well-armed peasant with a pitchfork. But the fire lizard gets run over. It's not difficult to find out. 1 wound left. Here we are. Lots of attacks because of all the ranks and curse standard. Still poor skill, so difficult to hit. I had a fantastic saving throw, annoyingly. Again, with all the rank bonuses stacked on. Oh, they're still on the field. That's sort of annoying. Kind of hoping you'd go away. Fine, this can come down and deal with them. I have no charges I want to do this turn. It's really just important I shoot this before it hits me. Who can get there in time? They can, but they'll be caught, so what if I run this way first? I now have an angle. Good, I just need to do a single wound. Good enough. Got it. Okay, all of this has moved around. I could do it with a peasant mob again. Thing is, I don't have quite the same amount of hitting power. They'll rally, but we have a solution. You come around here. Charge those, and then you can hit these in the back. And shooting stuff. I know they're durable and everything, but they are still just infantry. I say that and watch as they valiantly ward off arrows. They're literally made of kind of scaly armor. Right? We're not just aiming really bad. So those dealt with. Do I flank these? I mean, honestly, no, I don't need to bother. Just taking damage for no reason. Their morale is capitulating and they'll be shot constantly every turn. They could turn to face me, which would be a bit annoying. We'll activate this first. If they come after me, I can get behind them. I'm intentionally going to move this way to make sure they don't turn around, like so. They're after you. They missed the trebuchet somehow. There won't be many of these left in a second. Just bear with us. In fact, with those casualties and with this, yeah, they've already given up. I'll never have the chance to hit those Saurian warriors. I know they're basic knights, but still. Rather cavalry is still super elite in SOVL, even if you don't upgrade it at all. So we take a bunch of damage, but remember there's a campsite before the boss, so we get a round of healing for free. So we can have a look at our numbers and see if I actually need to bother pressing the heal button now. These hunters level 3 or 1s is fine. Would have preferred more unit size, but good enough. They'll heal to full strength as I get 4 minimum, so gold is fine. Everyone who already is full strength, of course, takes gold. Missing one, they'll be full. You'll be full, you'll be full, and you'll be full. Great, gold for everyone. We're rich. Okay, let's buy another peasant unit, please. But first, ooh, dark gift. This is it's okay. I think there's something I have to do. So select a unit, any unit. You can just pick any of these, and then roll a number of dice corresponding to how many guys are in the unit. That will allow you to try and get the requisite number of 6s. If you succeed, you get the reward. If you fail, you lose the reward. I'm going to do it on the anarcho-syndicalist commune, our peasant mob, because it is. If we get it on them, it's amazing. For every one reroll, one of them dies, which is okay because we're about to go into a camp. Worst case scenario, I can press heal on the camp twice, which gets us like 16 to 18, which will basically be full strength. It means I don't get the XP, but then the XP comes at the wrong time to benefit us in the boss battle anyway, so it's a fair trade. Let's go, peasant mob. Okay, one for 4 6s already, so we're nearly there. On the next, and then you can keep rolling it until you get the either you run out of dudes because they all rolled 1s, or you have the requisite number of 6s. Done. Good. I only lost 3. So basically, when I go to the campsite, I'll just get to full anyway. Dark gift. +1 power and attack. The henchest, meanest looking peasant mob the world did ever see. Base power 4, 5, 6 on the charge, with 2 attacks each, or 3 if I use Curse Standard. They're actually elite infantry now. No peasant mob, but there are some basic spearmen. They're a fantastic candidate. Very expensive, and I'm not going to be able to upgrade anything else. That's basically everything I can afford, but I wouldn't take upgrades on these as they're too posh. So we do these, and really, I'm only missing out on maybe the war banner, if that would be nice. I could actually afford it anyway, and then the longbowman could be, I guess, slightly tougher. It's not really necessary, so we'll go, yeah, spearman and a maiden. Combat score, more of them, or skill. I think I just need more of them. At the current state of their initial level, they're pretty useless. We get another level for even more of them. Great. Immediately up to a decent unit size. 54 left over. They could also get upgrades, but let's do a real unit first. Almost Black Company. We'll take the war banner. Let's get to full strength, or thereabouts. To get 5 back, and then I can immediately heal them again to go full. There we go. So those who need to heal will heal as a priority. Everyone else is already full. Great. So just spam the XP button. We'll get, I think I get some levels here, which if I suspect if what happens, it's going to be unit size that I can't use. No, actually, it's just more discipline. I don't need replenishment. Are they capped at... Surely they're not capped at 20. You could do more peasants. We might just be getting unlucky with the rolling. Whatever. Increase your discipline stat. Very brave peasantry. Sword militia, get their extra combat score. That's fantastic. These longbowmen, extra range. I think they've maxed out their unit size now, so just become more competent marksmen. Cow thrower. I don't really need gold at this stage of the campaign. Wounds would actually be nicer, not to accidentally, fall over if something shoots back. And these hunters, none of those are particularly useful. They already got the reroll ones. The only good one would have been if there's a second tier of Avalon marksmen I don't know about, or more unit size. Just take the discipline in case you wind up in a fight. Unlikely, but it's worth a try. Alright. We are at max strength for the Act 2 boss. Let's sort out some positioning. Doing this gives me now a lot more attacks because you get the full number of attacks for the front rank only. The back ones are supporting. So this may have changed the equation where the peasant mob is so hard hitting that they would generate more combat resolution by attacking things than they would for having 1 extra point. I think that's accurate. I think they're best off in this formation. If I had the extra unit size, I could get another rank, but never mind. The sword militia are already there. Well, you can see this is what they would look like. It looks a lot better. The spear militia should probably stretch. They have the special ability to be able to fight in 3 ranks. So effectively they can stand there and get all of their attacks if I let things charge me. The maiden is going to get renamed immediately. I've used this before, but given the nature of the run, it is inevitable. Hello again, watery tart. Distributing scimitars, lobbing people at their heads. Everyone else is okay. I don't need to stretch any of the ranged units as they're just going to shoot things. The extra attacks are incredibly niche in their use. I don't think it's really important. And then we now have Divine Favour for extra skill and reroll saves. So I could give that to one of our combat units if we do get stuck in a fight. We've got a proper wizard now. Against the Verdant Sentinels. Oh, great. Wood elves and lizards. So very tough monsters and a lot of shooting. At least it's not one of the ones that are immune to discipline, so I could theoretically break some stuff. We'll trust you to just run down a flank and hit anything that's there. And on this side, I'm going to cower behind this terrain for a while and just shoot stuff that tries to reach us while everyone else... how do I handle this? We ignore the penalty, so you could stand there, shoot stuff and then back away. And then maybe you hide behind that so you can shoot anything there. The trebuchet should be way out of the way. You don't ignore the terrain penalties, so both of these are in a spot of bother. It's kind of difficult to use them. Maybe you can just buy time on this side while I do the real damage over here. That gives you no line of sight to anything, which is daft. It's kind of annoying. Maybe you could run up there. That's kind of pointless. That's maybe slightly better. I could wiggle things out the way to give the trebuchet a shot. If I put it in the just barely in the terrain, I should be able to see everything here. That should be okay. They'll start rushing towards me, but they have distractions in front. Worth a try. Right, first things first, enemy shooting capacity. Oh, there is none. Apart from the dragon trying to roast us, but that's okay. In terms of priorities, the dragon's speed means I have to deal with it first, so yep, that one. 2 wounds down. Has 7, so we're going to be here a while. Okay, got stuck behind terrain, so I can just back off in a moment. Now I'm happy to pass and let them move into me. They do have some skirmishes there I forgot about. Ouch. Yeah, okay, I should probably put some combined fire into those. They're quite fragile, so any shooting I do is great. Apparently we're losing. Now, interestingly, I can't actually escape the dragon's radius. It's too large. Unless I move that first and then escape that way. Well, it may have been possible. It would have been very close. So what I'll do instead is I'll just flee. It's going to charge me. Annoyingly, it has an ability, so it would usually get into the wrong place. I think it actually gets stuck over there. So no, if I wait here and flee, flying units don't disregard terrain for moving, so I flee to about there, and then I'm okay. These, shall I take them head on with Paladin and their aspirants just to get through them? I think so. I wouldn't... Well, Sword Militia might be able to handle it. They have 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 attacks, netting, 6 hits. They'll be power 7 because I'm giving them a charge, so I get a 3-up save. They do 4 wounds. I then do however many, 7, 14, 21 attacks, which will be power 5. Yeah, I do actually do more damage to them than me, and then I have all the ranks and bonuses. I think they win that fight. So I'm going to wait there. I'm going to engage them with the Sword Militia. This will hopefully bumble its way forward and allow me to flank it with the Paladin. So let's wait until that moves to see what we get. You longbows, I'm not fussed about their irritating Sauron warriors. I'd rather deal with this thing shooting at me. That will be... Oh, they haven't moved the pterodactyl riders yet. That's irritating. Stop these from firing back. Stop rolling above average 5-up saves. What's left? These hunters haven't moved. They'll come forward, but I intend to stop them, so let's run this way. That'll probably come charging forward to catch me, but if it target prioritizes the hunters, that's fine. That's more like it. Okay, sort of works the way I was hoping. I think I could theoretically get there to intercept them. Let's try. Well, it depends how far I get and who charges whom in the order here. So if I try this, I'm going to have to move into the Bruiser's attack range for this to work. Can I squeeze into there and then turn sideways? Yes, and it counts as a flank, so that would work. The problem is, if I throw these forward, if I charge them first, Triceratops will probably try intercepting me, so it's going to wind up being 2 front charges rather than what I want. I should wait anyway for the fire lizard to move so it can't hit me. I don't need any of these, you're just going to wait for a second. Okay, now it's moved and wasted its turn, good. Just a bit further this way, this would be easier. I don't want to face the Triceratops with Sword Militia because it's Fearless and Discipline 8. Also, even worse, Discipline 9, it disregards our break their morale trick. Kind of annoying. I think it's worth a try. This may not go our way, but I'm going to give it a go. So we get to there. We are beyond the visual range of the Triceratops. But can I now fit legally the sword militia in contact there? Probably not. So I can do that and then try charging them. Because this is closer, they'll have priority, so I guess I could do this instead. Or I could just ignore the Triceratops for a turn, wait to see if it moves, and then flank them anyway. As long as I charge first, I can catch them. There's nothing they can do. They're going to charge one of us. I don't actually care, given how weak they are. The only thing they could do, which is annoying, theoretically, is charge my trebuchet. So I'll put these in front of them to hold them. If they go into these, fine. They'll bounce off the spearmen. In fact, in that case, I should probably just wait here on the edge so I can keep positioning around. The only downside would be if they charge this, which would be very clever and annoying. Okay, our attempts at maneuvering here. This fight hopefully happens. Do I get what I want on this side? Don't know currently. Trying to get as far this way as I can. Get up there. I'm going to be bounced off the terrain annoyingly, so I'm going to be shoved into the Triceratops' path if I tried that. That instead. I'm far enough away from anything to be safe. I don't think I'm blocking the way in for you, but maybe I am. I'll be a little bit further this way. Go a little bit further forward, I think. No, that works. I'm clear of the terrain. I'm beyond the Triceratops' visual arc. That's definitely clear. That's safe. There's more than enough room to fit their square into there. Though if I do, it's then physically impossible for me to charge this anyway. So I don't know why I'm umming and erring over this so much. This isn't happening. I might as well just wait here and see which way that Triceratops faces. If I take it head on, it's basically the same as side charging it, so who cares? I add another unit. They have a number of charge options, so as long as it isn't that first, we're okay. I get to go first. Good, do that. You're charging us, we know. I intend to flee. They counter, good. I got the one I wanted. And then you could, I suppose, run into someone. We're not going to stop you. Yes, the spearman. Excellent choice. They're stuck, so he can't move. But now it gets to activate anyway, because it's a cheeky dragon that ignores rules. Yeah, I go most of the hunters. And in fact, it's moved perfectly out of range of my trebuchet, so I can't hit it either. There's another dinosaur. Yay! Yeah, the speed of that was always going to be an issue. Spamming Divine Favor and Radiant Shield is kind of annoying. I guess I should use my own. They're all magicked up. How dare you eliminate one of my blessed peasants. Or they come. What do I shoot at what and why? Can I angle you? No, it's clearly blocked by the terrain there. So instead, what is a good target? The Triceratops needs to start dying, otherwise we're stuck with a monster. So let's start working it down. Level 1 is a great start. But good damage. Comes their infantry. Okay, we're running out of wiggle room now. Let's do that first. Okay, good, I know where that's landed. I think I'm willing just to take it head on. Well, if I do win this fight, I get the flank. Which is a bit awkward, because then they're just going to... I guess they're stuck with the Triceratops. They could eventually attrition it down, which leaves you free to hit, maybe start carving through their infantry line. There's a free flank charge there already. Well, I have to presume that we're not going to win this, so let's position out of the Triceratops' line of sight. Like so, okay. So we can reach them to charge. We aren't being dinosaured there, so we're okay. I don't know if this is even possible. They may move to intercept me. Yes, I'll be fire lizarded, I know, that's fine. Oh, but now has it blocked the charge? It may very well have blocked the charge. In that case, I'll have to shoot it to death. Can't see it with you. How aggressive am I willing to be with this? It's a bit of a cluster over here, sadly. So if I move like this, I know the Triceratops can see me, but I have faith that this is going to go our way. But then I'm too close to the Deepwood Guard. They might move up and catch me. How far do I have to move to draw line of sight? Still can't see it, still can't see it. If I do that, I can see it, just. One shot, please. Blast. And I'd like to run away. It's not really possible. In that case, just get back out of the terrain. In fact, move a little bit further this way. It's pretty bad either way, I'll be honest. Probably be better running this way, actually, as it gives them more wiggle room. If they get to there, we're currently safe. Can I turn, shoot, and run? Let's see. 2.8. Yes, that is safe. So I can get to... Just turn around straight, and then I can draw line of sight. Oh, you've got to be joking. He's not going to give it to me. Oh, SOVL, please. Oh, that's bad. If I touch the terrain or something. No, it's apparently... Oh, that counts, but none of the other angles. Fine, I'll take it. I want it dead and out the way because it's currently blocking the charge, I think. Got it, good. Now 2 point whatever I said. And we are safe and clear. Phew. Something else moved. Peasants. Do I take Saurus Warriors on in direct combat? Well, they have what? 12 attacks. They get 6 hits. There'll be power 5 against defense 3. I get a 5 up save. I take 4 wounds. I get 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. And then another 7, 21. And another 7 for Curse Standard, 28 attacks. So that'll be 14 hits. I'll be power 6. So they only get a... Yeah, I actually win this fight really easily. I don't know why I'm struggling so much. The peasants can just walk right through them. I'm also faster, so I deny them the charge anyway, because of the banner of swiftness. Yeah, get stuck in. Right, here we go. Need to win this. So we get, what, an average of 10.5 hits, please? That's pretty good. Okay, they also spiked to save. They rolled above average. I rolled below average, which means I actually barely won. Bad rolling there, SOVL. Over here, this is an absolute mess. I don't expect much damage from either side, but we will win and they run away. Which allows you to be charged by a dragon now. Brilliant. So that didn't quite work the way you was hoping. They're now free to charge things, so I think I have to stop them with you. Otherwise, that our poor archer line crumbles, and that's not acceptable. So just tie them up. And you're going to start moving through their infantry. This is fine. Don't countercharge, as it means I actually lose attacks. I may as well just stand there and let it hit me. Everything else is shooting. Okay. This is a no-brainer. They're using Hunter's Call for extra speed. This is also a no-brainer. They've ignored the trebuchet, for which I'm extremely grateful. It gives me more volleys into their toughest thing. 3 more. Dead next turn, one would assume. Oh, Radiant Shield there's going to suck. At least I can't use it down here, so I can Radiant Shield. Ooh, do I use it on myself or the peasant mob? Interesting conundrum. Over here, we'll probably lose, but then hold because of our discipline and ranks. Whereas if it's here, their rerolling saves is really annoying. They don't actually do much damage, so I don't think it makes too much of a difference. It's probably more valuable here. If I can break that, we're okay. Those poor hunters are still being picked on. Try again. Nope, they're still running. 40 years wasn't enough of a reason to stick around and help. Let's wait for these to move. You're going to get flanked. I know, it's inevitable. Deal with it. But this may not go our way, so I need to start moving away from them. Can I get a close range shot into this one and finish it this turn? Roll a bunch of 1s, please. Yes, got it. I don't care about their stuff at the back. And then this mess. Ooh, if I don't intercept you with someone, the peasant mob is in dire straits. So what I'll do, the revolting people here are going to valiantly sacrifice themselves to intercept this one. They'll charge. I can't do much about their damage output. Let's just start. Well, defense 5, defense 4. Their saving throw is the same, so this one. No damage, great. But I'm in a position to flank them to save you. They failed to rally, so away they go. Did they get off the field? No, because they shimmied through the terrain. Try better this time. No one's charging. But they keep rolling really well, annoyingly. And I actually lost. Great. No, so I completely misread. I sincerely apologise. Almost Blackguard. You actually won. I lied through my teeth. Here, okay, we lost a wound in the duel. A dragon. There's 2 wounds, but if I do anything to it, I should be okay. Yeah, we won. But we are stuck with them. The spearman will just chip that down. This, can I deal with this in a turn? Would be nice. Okay, unfortunately it spiked its save against the Paladin, so all my double wounds have been lost. Which means it just survives. I think it's on literally 1 wound. 5, 6, 7, yeah. Okay, 14 of 8, exactly average rolling, good. They get a 5-up save, so this should really hurt, but they get to reroll. Yeah, they get 3 more, okay. Their attacks back. Oh, they have extra skill as well because of that. Okay, they're adding attacks. They stack on Hunter's Call, gives skill. Was that reworked at some point? I thought Hunter's Call gave movement. Okay. That is a much better version of that ability, to be fair. They still break because we are too scary. Right. Let's tidy these up so they can't bother us. We're going to be charged, but I think if I flank this one and put all my damage in, I can probably do enough so that we actually win combat resolution. Do I take charges here is an interesting question. Probably not, because I need to turn around and deal with this. They may rally, they may not. I don't really care. If I keep going through here, yes, I could easily continue fighting and breaking these, but eventually I run into the dancers and they will blend my poor peasant mob. They're a hard counter due to high skill, high number of attacks, so let's just chill out where we are. We can easily shoot those into submission, so don't worry, and then kill all this, and then we'll get to that at the end. Hunters are being sacrificed, I know, deal with it. Okay, they're now divine favouring you. That should surely be the last of their spells, until they pop Ancient Knowledge and he gets to use them all again. What a pain in the neck. Ancient Toad and its endless wizardry. I have +1 skill if that helps. Where would it help? Divine Favour is irrelevant here, as they already had better skill than me, so whatever. Who would benefit? You could increase your skill and hit more effectively. You could hit more effectively. You're already better. It would theoretically be best used over here to hit this Triceratops more consistently. It's going to die regardless, but any extra damage I inflict is great for combat resolution purposes to convince them to leave. And we're power 5 on the charge, so it only gets a 3-up save and not a 2-up, so we can actually hurt it. I'm being shot again, I know. Ow, ow, ow. I should have shot that first, realistically. Would have mitigated their damage output. Whose shooting goes into what is an interesting question. There are no further monsters, really, so I may as well do this now. Again, double wounds count for combat res. They rally, which is not surprising. If this is dead, I should be able to charge straight into them. And I'm presuming they run away as well. If not, someone else will have to deal with it. Okay. This almost certainly ends up with them turning around to murder me. So what I'll do is I'll move you to about here. Well, ideally in a legal position. I'm hopeful to get into a spot where I can charge. Yeah, I can charge either this or this, depending on how these go. Something else rallied? Oh, of course, the infantry blocked rally. That was easy. And then here. So who wants to be shot by what? Could probably use the longbowman just to get rid of the skirmishers this turn. It's long range, so it makes sense. And then 5-ups. Yeah, got them. And we'll start firing through. Oh, good, they leave. I don't have to worry about them anymore. Who wants a big old trebuchet bolt? Probably, if let's just pick a unit and reduce its numbers. Sorry, a cow. How silly of me. Throwing a rotten cow around. This mess again. Amazing. Okay, no damage to my character, who does no damage to their lord. It's a draw. The dragon eats 3 of them. Again, if we do anything, we win. It's dead. Haha. Apparently throwing the dragon into a massive spears was not a genius move. It gets a 2-up save. 2 wounds. Already dead. I'll take all the combat resolution points you'll give me. Their attacks do very little. And then here we get some more. Good. We win by so much. You should leave. Gotcha. Okay. And then, oh yeah, this. Sorry, guys. Well, you'll be fine this turn. They ran! That is funny. They're so revolting that they turn and round at the mere sight of being touched by them. Alright, okay, I'm now kind of stuck here, which is going to get a bit awkward. You will charge into those and deal with them. So bizarrely, because of the way this has panned out, that peasant mob is now completely trapped. I can't twist through enemy units, so I'm just going to end up stuck here. So I may as well just take this charge and do some more damage. They're basically guaranteed to rally because they're discipline 8 at full strength, so just keep hitting them now. And yeah, that gets you kind of out of the way and moving and gives space for other things to help. Take some more wounds, but it's alright. Perfect. They've lost so many units I can't skip anymore. That's funny. They have already rallied, so let's just keep hitting those. Just a lot of high toughness infantry to slowly chip our way through now. They're after you, and you've been divine favoured, so it's actually quite hard to hurt them. Another whole array of spells are about to come in. Should I just ignore this unit to the very end? I don't really want to fight it. Who needs extra skill? They're skill 5, so even if I increase their skill, it wouldn't matter. I could use it to increase someone's shooting output, though. That's an idea. Can anyone get to the back of that unit to hit them? Not really. Let's just do this so they have a really accurate shot and do more damage this turn. And then start scooching away from this. I'd like to draw them away from the trebuchet, but I don't really have that option. Okay, let's get 3+ to hit. Very accurate. Let's really hit this unit. Get through them. There we go. Should be gone next turn. They are... Ooh, are they in range of you if they happen to run away? Try and follow the arc. I don't know where it cuts off. It's pretty wide. They might end up catching you. In which case I can flee and pull them towards the Black Company. Might be able to ping-pong a little bit here. They rally, which was inevitable. That's fine. Step forward. That might do it. Hey, we got them. Okay. And they're running. Should I just charge them in the back? Again, I'm throwing the revolting people away, but it potentially stops them from being a headache later. Well, I can wait and see how this goes if I need to make a decision. This should be straightforward. They've been hit in the back and can't defend themselves. Yeah, lots of damage. 0, run away. Off they go. And this one would do good damage. Oh, it was Divine Favour, not Radiant Shield, of course. We're doing much better than I thought. Yeah, win by quite a bit. Can't roll a 1 on 2 dice, try as you might. They can see us, so I'm going to get charged here. I don't want to take that. They'll carve through my poor peasants. They're a hard counter. Yeah, let's just run. They'll probably turn around. I've got 2 spare units here now, so I should be able to get someone around them. And then all the shooting could just focus this down. They'll get stuck on themselves, which makes this a little bit more awkward, but I think we can manage. Okay, you've gotten really quite cozy here. Can I escape? I don't know if they even let me out. It's going to be difficult given they're this tight. Can't go this way, evidently. This is what the AI should always do when it wants to trap me, but just usually doesn't because it isn't smart enough. I'll probably end up running away this turn and just fleeing. Yeah, I'm just going to flee off the field. I can't beat them. I'm not taking the damage. Whatever, just charge me and I'll run. Okay, they've turned to face us because I didn't charge them. So what I think is going to happen, you want to intercept this one, and then they'll come around and intercept that one. So all the shooting should be into this. Although the longbows would be far more effective into the dancers as they're quite squishy. Can I get around here? Well, I'm not going to be able to escape there anyway. Could charge those in the back and then once I charge them in the back I can have these to run and surround them and maybe defeat them in combat res that way. That's not a bad idea. They rally because we're the bravest ever. They've also rallied, so that's something to be aware of. Could disregard this unit and charge that one and that one instead. Because you're tough and durable, you're more effective at stopping the dancers from hurting you. Yeah, that's into the side and into the side. That's probably more viable. It leaves us with that big block. And then all of these can pivot to shooting that one instead. And you need to get to the side of this unit without being caught. Are we the same movement? We are basically the same. No, sorry, I'm dead. So that one does that and you do that. I've already positioned as I want. So if these are being charged and mutilated, can I fire a shot here? such that I could theoretically do. I need to kill at least 6 for it to matter, as then they get 1 less attack sideways. How much damage am I liable to do? I've got 19 guys hitting on 4+, so rerolling 1s. It'd be what, 9.5, and then reroll 1s, probably about 10 something hits. They then get a 4-up save, or it's very close mathematically if I can get it. It's probably worth more than just chipping away at these. Let's try and soften them up. Oh, that's pretty good. That will do it mathematically. Just roll average. They rolled ever so slightly above average, so they have enough guys to get all of their attacks. Shame. Right, let's do this, so we can save you there. And then over here, you're going the long way around. Yep, catch those. They're going to take quite a few nasty hits here, but deal with it. And hopefully you can do, what, 2 wounds? That will eliminate their rank, and you can, or 3. Okay, things I can do without running out of time. We'll turn around, get ready to hit those in the back, and they inevitably hold next turn. They're using what? They just use Ancient Knowledge, so he just reset all of his spells. So he has all of them again, but it means he doesn't have it this turn. Of course, he's wasted it already. There's only 1 viable target. Oh, are they after? Oh, they've caught you. Interesting. Do I sacrifice a unit to... No, well, I don't need to sacrifice a unit. The peasant mob's right there, and they can really hit them. More wound. What I could do, in theory, actually, is place some bait here. Let them charge me. I presume they'll charge the closest target, which is you. In which case I can run, and then get behind them with the peasant mob. Just in case that doesn't work, I'll come this way. And have the side charge available. There we go. Yeah, do your amazing damage output, effectively doing nothing. They would have broken were it not for the fact they're a bodyguard unit and get to reroll discipline checks. We'll do a lot of damage. I'm just worried about how much I take. Just the 1 wound. That wasn't bad at all. And here, can we break these? Yeah, there goes their rank. I take no damage. You lose by quite a bit. Okay, rather going my way. Alright, who are you going to charge? Let's do this first. They are after you. Perfect. Just leave. And then you can get behind them in a second. You stay there, and then they'll stay there. That's exactly what we wanted. Okay. Now, unfortunately, they do have spells, and they used Radiant Shield, which is the best one. That's clever. I was hoping they'd waste time with Divine Favour. The ideal term for them to have used Ancient Knowledge would have actually been this turn, not last turn. But they get their super defensive buff, sadly. Means I might be about to sustain quite a bit of damage here. In fact, I may even lose because of combat resolution. Oh no, my favourite trick of breaking everything with combat is going to be turned against me. Yeah, they're rerolling saves, so I'm doing basically nothing. Would have been great. Yeah, we lost, so start running away. They at least hold, but now they get turned around and pummeled. I can't beat that in a straight fight. Ooh, maybe I could have them come alleviate the pressure. Yes, they can reach. Fantastic. That, I'm afraid, abandons the hunters to being inevitably charged by that when it rallies. Unless I could... Oh, I was about if I can angle a shot. I can't. I'm blocking the line of fire. And all of these should be easy wins. I mean, look, I can't see through to catch them. Let's rally. Well, if I rally, I can run, which prevents me from taking damage. Another Radiant Shield, just to be annoying about it. I can't target anything with any shooting anymore. They rally, so you're going to have to run away. They'll probably break and get out of the way, so I'll get this around with the intention of shooting them in a second. There is another turn. Yeah, that's both your Radiant Shield spams now, so no more of that. Even now it's going to be difficult to harm them. We do win at least. And they break, so they disappear. It's all their lords dead, so they're routing immediately. -4, because peasants are the best unit in the game. Followed closely by sword militia. A little bit dicey as we got packed into the corner, but we just about wiggled our way through. Yeah, the ability just to take these... We can take fights with considerably what are supposed to be more elite units and just win with these two. They're great. Bunch of damage, but it's in good regen state. They don't regenerate quite as fast as those, so I need to be a little bit more careful. The marquee levels, that is still irrelevant, so just skill, I suppose. And then his accompanying knights. Yeah, more of them. I can't benefit from much of anything there, so just more knights are good. We even regen quickly. And the watery tartars leveled. Greater protection for all knights that we don't have, so recruiter. If I buy low tier infantry, I can upgrade them immediately. You obviously need healing. You need healing. Gold. And then, yeah, all of these could use a round of replenishment. Do I leave the peasant mob low, or do I just go for the gold now? I think I'm okay. This one needs it. That needs it. I get 8 to 9, and they are actually potent enough down at 15. So I think I can be a little bit greedy and stay on 15 for the moment. Okay, I think that's a pretty good time to stop there. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, do consider liking and subscribing. It, of course, does help out the channel and share the videos around. More importantly, it shares SOVL around. It's a free-to-play game for the first 5 factions, but not this one. So, yeah, the more people we can get our hooks into, the better. If there's any of those factions you particularly like to see, then let me know. I'm happy to demonstrate, kind of a normal playstyle or weird, wacky, wonderful builds like this. Or if you just want to chat with me and others in the comment section, that's great too. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.